Welcome to the Art of Quantum Healing, where we speak about trauma, mental health and healing. I am your host, Lisa Nadler, and I'm thrilled to have you come into my energetic field. In this podcast, I will be sharing my own personal experiences to guide, teach, and help pave the way. We'll also be welcoming so many other divine souls who have overcome trauma and found happiness, health, wealth, and next level abundance through mind, body, and soul connection. My mission is to help women high vibe and thrive with inner peace, passion, and purpose. Welcome to the Art of Quantum Healing. I'm not even sure what episode this is, but sadly for this series, it is the last episode. And I'll be explaining more about that at the end. So I'm really hoping there's a little bit of noise around me today. I'm actually traveling at the moment, and I've been trying to find the perfect time to get in and deliver this beautiful message for you, but it's sort of been a little bit up and down. So I'm just going to go for gold and we'll see what comes through. So I really want to welcome you to this session. It's one that I live and breathe on. It's one that I didn't understand for a very, very long time. I didn't understand about energy and frequencies and quantum, being in the quantum field, let alone, just a simple thing of energy. So I really want to talk to you today about energy. And I want to talk to you about the ways that we can actually be resisting from not receiving through the energy that we're sending out. Now, what I mean by that is that, as we know, and this is a scientific fact, everything is energy. Everything has its own energetic vibration. So when we are sitting in a certain vibration that is the same of what we are calling in, then we are a match for that vibration. So therefore, we receive it. It comes into our field. It comes into our life. And we can actually be attracting different things through emotions, through thoughts, through feelings, through intention is a huge one. The most powerful one that I use is my visualization, which is really just your imagination. And when we're young, we're taught that, don't get your heads out of the clouds, that's just in your imagination. Well, guess what? Imagination is one of the powerful things we can use when it comes to manifestation and when it comes to calling something into our life. It's huge because it not only sets the energetic wheels in motion, not only aligns you to the frequency of what that is that you're calling in, but it also allows your mind and your body to really allow it to come in. Because a lot of times when we want something, the body starts getting into a space of fear, or it starts to get into a place of a little bit of self-sabotage, or it starts to get into this place of, hang on a minute, the ego kicks in because it's trying to keep you safe. And you want that, but no, I don't think that you're safe. And then the body, your subconscious and your ego start to do its job. They start to send in different ways to bring the static into space, which is basically cuts your energy and your frequency from what you're desiring. So what happens is when you start to second guess yourself, or when you start to get into doubt or fear or any of those lower emotions, anger, sadness, any of those real emotions that are going to cause you to either self-sacrifice yourself, or overwhelm kick in, or cause you to go into some sort of story within why you can't have what you're having, or why, because you start doubting yourself. So of course stories come in, oh no, I can't do that. No, that's not supposed to be for me. No, I'm just going to stay where I am in the space. And, that didn't happen because, that was because, oh no. And then you start getting into the lack of, and with the stories, and I could never have that because I don't have enough money. Oh no, that's not for me. Oh no. And all these different things start coming out of your mouth, when yet you were a day, an hour, half an hour before that, a week, a month, such a deep knowing that you wanted this, that every fiber of your body was like, this is what I want, this is what I'm calling in, this is what I'm manifesting, this is what I'm desiring. Let's use money for instance. I'm worthy of that money. That's it. That's how much, that's my goal, that's my target, that's what I'm calling in. So you get into the energetic field, the frequency, and you get into the quantum field of attracting money. You become a money magnet because your belief is so strong. It's like, yeah, it's happening. It's coming. I believe it. I can see it. I can feel it. And you start doing the action towards actually calling it in. You start visualizing things. You start doing the daily routine to bring that money in. You start focusing on what you want. You start desiring and saying, that is what I am having. You start really like imagining this big picture of what you want to do with that money when it comes in. You know, you want to pay off your bills. You want to pay off some debt. You want to buy this, you want to invest in this, you want to this and that, and you decide that that is absolutely what you want. And at that time, that energy and that vibration is a non-negotiable. I am here, I am in it, I am doing it, nothing is stopping me. And you start creating this beautiful visualization where, wow, I can see it, I can feel it. Where am I going to put that? Where am I going to park my new car? Where am I going to actually, who is my new coach going to be that I'm actually going to call in? Where am I going to invest this extra money in my business? What am I going to do for my kids, my family, a holiday? Wow. You start really feeling what you're going to be doing. And then what tends to happen is that our old programming kicks in. We're sitting on that. It's like a radio station. That radio is aligned. It is on its target. The music is coming through. The things are starting to happen. Things are starting to be attracted to you because you're on the dial is on the right frequency, the right energy. And I'm just going to use the word energy for now. And you're there. You've got the frequency matched. You've got the energy going. You are moving forward. You're in energetic alignment for what you're wanting. The timeline that is available to you that has exactly what you're desiring starts to get closer and closer. Time and space start to get less and less. And there it is. And you can feel it and you know it. And you can almost sense it coming in. And then something happens. It can be a trigger. It can be something so simple that causes you to move that dial and the static to start coming in. So things aren't aligned now. Your energy is not matching for what you're desiring. It's like, well, hang on a minute. What's going on? So it stops. It comes to a standstill. The quantum field that you're about to step into starts to get a little bit closer away, a little bit closer away. It's always there. It's always there ready for you, but it depends on what your energy and frequency are to when it's going to actually drop in, because you can have anything you desire. There is timelines running beside you that if you're in the right energy, you will have what you're wanting. If you believe it, if you see it, if you feel it. And I'm not going to go to I've actually got a guest in the next series that's going to come on, and really her and I are going to rant about this. It's going to be friggin' amazing. But for now, I want you to realize that if you allow your limiting beliefs, or you allow old stories or patterns or something to throw you off course, then you're not going to be an energetic fit for what you're actually wanting. And this can be, because remember, energy is created through emotions, energy is created through words, energy is created through visualization, imagination, holding on to the intention. So if you start changing your wording on what you're being, you're always like, this is what I'm having, that money's coming in because this is what I'm going to use it for. I know it. And Shakeable to be, oh, well, maybe it might be a little bit longer before we get to do that. Or, yeah, I don't know, maybe we should actually really think about where we're going to spend that money. Or a bill comes in and it knocks you off. It's like, oh, good grief, how am I going to pay for that? Hang on a minute. Weren't you believing that all this money was coming in and your goals are about to meet and your business is about to blow up and all those different things were about to happen? You're about to make all those sales or whatever it may be. And now you're sitting here saying that you can't? Then you're sitting in lack of. You've gone instantly into lack of. Now, when you're in a lack of energy, you're not going to receive. You're not open to receiving. When you are sitting in one of your past stories about why you can't have anything, or you can't have that very thing that you're wanting. If you are sitting in a self-sabotage mode, if you're sitting in a place where you're just not feeling that, oh, no, I can't really do that. Fear is the biggest thing that will stop you. And a lot of people say, oh, it's fear of success for why I don't have something. A fear of failure for why I don't have something. I'm scared I'm going to fail. I'm scared to put myself out there. I'm scared to, yeah, that's true. But once you move through that failure, your biggest thing is that you are scared of success. You are scared of being who you need to be able to hold that, whatever you're calling in your life. You're petrified. I know I was absolutely freaking petrified. I still go through moments when I up level and when I'm calling in something big and juicy, I'm like, oh, good God, whoa, how the hell am I going to do that? It's not how the hell am I going to do it. It's how the hell am I going to hold that once I have it? All these thoughts come through your mind. So it's not that, oh no, it's not going to happen. It's usually, oh, good God, what if it does? Because it's unfamiliar territory. And this is when the subconscious and ego start really loving this energy, because they're like, right, we're going to shut this down because we're safe where we are right now. And their job is to keep you safe. Your subconscious, when you have a thought and you have a fear and you have an emotion that comes in that is not aligned to what you're wanting, and you start to get a little bit nervous, or you start to get a little bit fearful, or you start to think or worry or doubt yourself, your subconscious goes, oh, hang on, we've had an energetic shift. The energy's changed. What's changed? Okay, when we went into this space last time, what did we do? What did we do? Okay, we caused that to happen. We caused some stories to run through. We put her into overwhelm and we shut it down. And then she was safe after that. Even though you were crying and you were unhappy and you were like, damn it, why didn't I get to it? You were safe. In the end, you went back to the normality, the place that you always were, the place that you've created in this mindset, in this energetic state. So everything around you is the energy that you're sitting in. It's your emotions, it's your words that you're saying. It's the imagination that you're having. It's your intention. So if your intention, words, and emotions get kicked off the scale, then you will not be open to receiving. It's as pure and simple as that. Pure and simple as that. So here's some questions I really want you to ask yourself. What am I afraid of? If you're really wanting something and the energy isn't matching and you're not receiving, let's use money again. What am I afraid of? What stories or memories really bother me? Is there somewhere I haven't forgiven myself? Do I feel ashamed of another time where I actually had it? Or was there something in my childhood, which is usually the one to start with once we start unraveling the money story, because the money is just so, we are programmed when we're still in the womb. We hear conversations, we feel emotions, we feel what's happening, we feel the fear, and if there's something around money, or if there's something around whatever worthiness or whatever it may be, then we feel that emotion, we feel it all. We're incredible creatures, and we're only just touching the surface of what we can actually do, feel and see. So when things start to come into doubt, and things start to come into, maybe you're ashamed if you make that money, that, you don't want to look like you're better than those other people because you still want to have those people as friends. So it's best just to stay where you are, because a lot of the times when you start uplifting, when you start moving, people around you will cause this self-sabotage. Your environment is so important. You're in it. It's like it's a boundary to keeping your energetic container so solid. The only thing that comes into it, the only thing you hear, you see, you feel, you taste, you actually eat is of a high frequency. You make your food with love. Trust me, these are all things that will help your quantum shifts. They'll make you quantum leap. If you are eating and loving things that are organic, and when you're eating that food, you're so freaking grateful for it, guess what? Quantum shifts start happening. Things start moving faster. When you're feeling that, yeah, I'm worthy of that, and the reason why I'm doing this is for me, for them, for us. The other reason we're manifesting, it can't just be for you. It's got to be for everything around you. I'm eating this organic food because I know that Mother, the earth, it's going to be in such a better place because of it. So is my body. And I'm going to thrive and have so much energy, and I'm going to be able to sit in a space if something does come in that I can hold my vibration. And it's okay to dip into other vibrations, because sometimes we need to dip there to learn something, to take us to the next level, to be able to hold ourselves, because the identity that we're about to move into, to be able to hold what we're wanting and what we're crying and what we're actually calling in, is a different energetic frequency. It's a different person. It's a whole new way of being. And that's another thing we can be really scared of, is, am I going to be able to hold that? It's one of those things, what am I afraid of? Get really honest with yourself. I was absolutely afraid of not being all I could be. I was afraid of letting people down in a deep, deep way. When I started to really expand into my new energy, into my new field, into my new way of being, into my new identity and my life that I've actually created, I was petrified. Petrified. What if I wasn't enough? What if I couldn't deliver? What if I lost it all? What if I was so successful that people saw me? What if I said in my life, I shit my pants? But when you keep doing something, when you take the action towards and you allow yourself to push through and you realign yourself and you realize, hey, I'm just scared. It's okay. How can I move myself through this? How can I move myself through this? How can I get into the energy of the person I need, that I'm going to be when I'm holding what I'm desiring? That's a gold nugget. How can I do that? What do I need to do? So allow yourself to honor yourself when you feel it. You're going into one of those moments that, there's a little bit of doubt, or there's a little bit of fear, or you've all of a sudden found yourself, oh, what was the story? How did I get here? What? I was just manifesting the most beautiful things. I was desiring this. And now I'm sitting here telling people, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, hang on, I actually want to do that. So how did I get to here? Oh shit, I'm people pleasing again. I'm people pleasing. Why am I people pleasing? So I'm doing this when I should be doing this. It's going to create this, which is this over here is what I want. But I'm making sure everybody else is okay. It's okay to be selfish, because when you're selfish and you honor yourself and you honor your needs and you keep yourself in that beautiful energetic container by setting really high boundaries, then you allow yourself to be open to receiving, because you're doing what feels good for you. And the ripple effect of the people around you is huge, huge. So when you're the best version of you, and when you're honoring yourself, and when you're holding that energetic boundary of making sure that your container is airtight to only things that come into it, to the only things that you hear, the only things that you look at are of the highest degree, and for the greater good of you, then you're going to be rock solid, baby. Rock solid. Nothing's going to get in. Stop taking on other people's emotions. Stop taking on other people's words. Stop taking on what other people want. People want to keep you where they are, because when you start to grow, it shows them what they're not doing. It shows up everything for them. Nothing about you, because they've probably got the same dreams as you. They probably want to do the same things as you. And when you start to better your life, people start to see what they're lacking of in their life. And that's a trigger. So keep your boundary, keep your container so juicy, so beautiful, so honoring you in every moment, because you are worthy of whatever you're desiring, and whatever you're wanting, whatever you're calling in for you or for your family and the loved ones. You need to hold that energetic frequency to call it in, because the minute you don't, you close yourself off to receiving. Remember, where you are right now is the energetic field for what is in what we currently have. Energy, everything is energy. So when you're aligning yourself to the energy of money, when you really deeply believe and feel and honor it, then it's coming in. It's absolutely coming in. Love, same thing. Everything has its own energy. So what energy do you need to align in to have what you are desiring? And if you don't have it, what are you scared of? Start there. It's a beautiful place to start from. And be honest with yourself and be open and be loving. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Art of Quantum Healing. Now, the funny thing is, we spoke about on the last podcast having a month's break, stopping and ramping into a season 2. And the big thing is that I was inundated by messages and voice messages and texts and emails of people saying, no, we want to keep going, we don't want to wait a month, please don't make us wait a month. So I was just so humbled to receive them. I was in such a beautiful space, and I have decided that I'm just going to take a week off, because, if this is really touching as many people as it is, then I want to keep going. But I am definitely going to be ramping it up. I'm definitely going to be ramping up in so many ways. We're going to be doing really targeted podcasts that are going to go deep into one subject, and they're going to be so juicy, they're going to be so electric, they're going to be quantum magic. So I'm super excited for that. So we will start again on the 25th of January. I was going to say February, but not say that, whereas it will be a month. So we are going to start on the 25th 5th of January. Super excited, cannot wait, and I look forward to bringing you the new juiciness. Have a magical rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. Make sure to check out all the show notes of today's episode on my website by clicking on the link in the description. Also, make sure to join my newsletter to receive a free guided meditation to help you feel grounded throughout your day. Finally, make sure to subscribe to my channel and help us grow the community by sharing it with your friends. I am your host, Lisa Nadler, and this is the Art of Quantum Healing.